Hello there and welcome back to Meal Kit Reviews. Right, I know it's been a little while and I know I've been nagged and I've received numerous messages about more reviews. Right, you'll probably be pleased to know, right, that there's a few going out this weekend. Right, I've got others planned for the future months, but unfortunately the weather's really bad here, right, and it's making it difficult trying to film bag reviews. They're better done outside in natural light. Right, so it's just one of those things. Unfortunately, every time I go and pick a bag up to go out, it seems to rain. So we're a bit stuck with that. What I've got with here for you here today is the double duty, the 1.5 tactical pen. Right, now, please bear in mind there's the 1.0 and the 1.5 when it comes down to the pens. This is the 1.5. I'm so impressed with this, I'm going to order up the 1.0. Right, just mainly to see what the differences are. They look pretty much the same, but I'm sure there are differences. Right, so that will come in the future. Right, I've got a number of tactical pens. I mean, just give you a closer look at this. Right, I mean the actual build quality of this and the finish and the machining is very, very nice. You've got a nice, if I don't call it understated 511 logo there. Right, it also repeats itself on the clip. It's just trying to get the light right, and it's also on the other end of the pen as well. So we'll expose that in a minute. But I was having a good look at this on 511's website, and unfortunately, being here in the UK, we seem to wait a little bit longer for everything. Right, but I'm pretty glad when it turned up. Right, that it's as good as it is. I've got a number of tactical pens. Right, and I'm not going to mention makes and manufacturers, right, but what I will say is that some are big and clunky, right, some are just downright uncomfortable to write with, where the threads have been put in the wrong places, in my opinion. This one, right, seems to have been very, very well thought out. It was actually designed by the chap that designs some of 511's knives, right, Mike, I hope I pronounce this right, Velicamp. Right, he's obviously put his skills to good use when he sat down at the drawing board with this, because the whole thing fits your hand. You know, there's no ifs or buts about it. Right, the way that this has been machined and constructed, right, is brilliant. You've got a mixture of left and right hand threads, right, so you can't get things back to front. So you know, and look at this. I mean, this is pretty much symmetrical when it comes down to it, and the way that it fits. I'm left-handed, right, everything fits. Right, you've got the shape here is nice to grip, the other corresponding shape, the other end, fits against your hand. Everything about it is right, it's good. Right, very, very impressed with this. Right, when you actually piece this together, right, you've got O-rings as well, which make sure that it's quite firm when it's there. This is not going to come apart in your pocket, right? Even when it comes down to, you've got an O-ring on the other end, so when you've got it in writing mode, shall we say, and you turn that round, again, it locks in place, right? And just so you don't forget, right, you've got the 511 image down there as well, right, when you've got it in writing mode. The one thing that I could not make sense out of on 511's website was, and it states on there, accepts standard ink cartridges. Come on, 511, what is a standard ink cartridge? There is no such thing. Right, there are many different ink cartridges in the world, right, but we need to know exactly what type. Well, I'm going to bring that into this video, because I'm sure, like me, there's many of people out there, right, that are wondering, if I buy this, can I buy the refills for it? Right, you'll be pleased to know. Now, have to remember, this is a left-handed thread when you actually separate the two halves to get the refill out. You'll be pleased to know that tucked away inside here is a Parker style refill. Now, these are very readily available, and I really mean readily available. I can name, goodness, half a dozen shops within 2 miles where I live that stock these. Right, so please, right, this is it. It's the Parker style refill. Now, the glorious thing about making it to accept this means that I know a lot of operators, officers and so forth will use the Fisher Space Pen refill because it writes in all weathers. Right, now I've got a Fisher Space Pen refill here. Right, if you use the adapter that comes in the pack with it, that will now fit perfectly in the 1.5 tactical pen. I'm guessing, and at the moment it is only a guess, that the 1.0 tactical pen takes the same refill. Right, like I say, I'm going to order one now. I've seen this and had some hands on. It writes beautifully, it's good in the hand, everything about it is right for me. So what I'm going to do, when I order that up, I will do another review of that one in particular, right, and hopefully I'll be telling you, which I think I'm pretty certain in, is that that one takes the Parker style refill as well. Right, I'm just going to reassemble this, right, it's everything about it, the knurling on here, right, it's beautifully done. It's sorry, left hand thread again. Right, it's only taken me about 3 weeks to get used to that. Right, the anodising, it's an aircraft grade aluminium, so it makes it fairly lightweight. It's incredibly strong. Everything fits. It's beautifully engineered. I mean, this in its own right is a piece of engineering. Right, it's not just been slung together. Even down to if you're going to use this as a defence tool. Right, the rubber. I'm not too sure what TPR is, but it's got a pimpled rubber disc on the end of it. That's better. Right, and I mean, even when you're holding it in a defensive position, it fits. You know, I mean, everything about this, right, it's been very, very well thought out. Right, it's just to give you an idea, it's 142 millimeters in length. Right, I'm not going to bother measuring the width. Well, I will. Across the end cap there, it's 15 millimeters across the top here. Right, the actual pen itself, when we take that out of there, right, that is 130 mils to the tip of the refill. Right, not a lot more I can say on this, right, other than, last but not least, the spring clip. Right, I actually wondered whether these had a spring clip on them. If you look at the pictures on 511's website, you'll find that they've been taken that way round, so you don't see the spring clip there. Yes, it's got one. Yes, it's very, very good. Right, it is strong. Right, it's held on with 2 Torx screws. Right, you know, I mean, it's great. Everything about it gets 10 out of 10 for me with this. And like I say, that's comparing it to other tactical pens that I've got and have had for a long time. Right, no, very, very good. Right, please subscribe. Right, I've got more reviews to come. Right, if you subscribe, you get the email alerts to them. Right, if you've got any questions, please feel free to fire away. Right, I'm only a message away, and if I don't know the answer, I'll find someone that does. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.